Okay. But we're going to have a whole lot of fun for the next 30 minutes. We're going to talk about the Fannin Rebels playing Franklin Friday night at home. But these guys, seniors, are going to be playing that last game on that field. So we're going to talk a little bit about the emotions Friday night against Franklin. Also, we want to thank Pizza Hut for providing pizza for the coach and the players here tonight, and Pepsi for providing drinks. And again, we're at Circuit World. We want to thank them for providing this great set tonight here in Blue Ridge. In the second segment, we are going to get Coach Pavo in the second segment, talk about the playoff scenarios, what can happen, and what all has to take place. So we're going to discuss that in our second segment. Now, every night we start with the region and give you the highlight of the region. Region 7-3A is this is how it stacks up this week, going into the final week of the season. Dawson is 5-1, East Hall is 4-1, Franklin is 3-2, West Hall is 2-3, Fannin is 2-3, Banks is 2-3, and Lumpkin is 0-5. There's going to be a lot of jockeying for position in that 3 and 4 area. We're going to have Coach talk about that later in the show. But what we want to do now is we're going to introduce these guys. And everybody here has been on the show at one time or another. This is our second year of doing Rebel Wrap Up, and we're gonna go counterclockwise. I'm gonna get out of the way so you can see this young man over here in a minute. We're gonna go counterclockwise. What I want you to do, guys, these mics are nice and hot, so speak up. Introduce yourself, the position. We know you're all seniors. The position you're playing, and just talk a little bit about what Friday night means to you. And what the last 4 years, if you played all 4 years or just a couple, what it means to you to be a Fannin Rebel going into this last game at home. So,
well, I mean, these 4 years.
What's your full name?
Tyler Jones.
Huh?
Tyler Jones.
And what position you play?
I play O-line.
Yeah, well, okay. I didn't think you was a running back or nothing, but okay, go ahead.
Yeah, but,
we're gonna have a lot of fun, folks. Go ahead.
Well, these 4 years have been the best years of my life. These are my best friends. I wouldn't trade them for anything. And just Friday night, just something special, especially with these guys.
And now you've played all 4 years on the team.
Yes, sir.
You've been all 4 years, and so this last game out there on the field, looking up in the stands. You've played and looked up in the stands. Any difference looking up this Friday night and hearing the crowd?
Well, this Friday will just mean more because potentially it could be the last time I step on that field, or it will be the last time I step on that field to play on Friday night. But I mean, it'll be special.
I know your name. I think I do. I know your position. I think you do. But three things I'm sure of. Okay, I'm sure of 3 things. Never let the first guy tackle you, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Always keep your feet moving, right? Mm-hmm. And fall forward.
Yep.
Did I get them right?
It's all 3.
Who told you those 3?
My dad.
Your dad. Give us your name and your position.
My name is Dakota Archie. I play outside linebacker and running back.
Tell us the same thing, Dakota. Friday night, have you played all 4 years on the team?
I've only played 2 years on this team, but I've known a lot of these guys for a long time.
Talk about Friday night to you. There's a lot. You guys are seniors. You guys are seniors. There's big implications of getting into the playoffs, but there's also looking up in the stands, knowing that is the last time you're going to be on that turf in a Rebel uniform.
Well, I just, like Tyler said, I think it's going to be special because I was talking to Rez right after practice today, and I told him, it finally hit me and set in that, adults are constantly talking to me about, my future. What are you going to do in your future? What are you going to do for the rest of your life? You have to prepare for those things, but you don't really hear until your senior year about what you're not going to be able to do anymore. And it kind of set in on me finally that, this could be my last time ever stepping on the field and getting to put on a helmet and shoulder pads and, not really just play, but practice and practice for somebody. I feel like I kind of took it for granted, but, I think it's going to be really special too.
Well, this might be the last week that you play on the field, but I don't think it's the last week you practice, so I'm going to go with that. That might be. I might be the one calling out, right? He's with me on that, right?
Yeah.
You with me?
I'm definitely with that.
Well, all right, we're good at that. Okay. What's your name? Let's move along.
My name is John Zamora, and I play defensive end.
Defensive end. How many years have you played on the team, John?
This is my first year playing.
We talked about that a couple years ago. Now, a couple weeks ago, you were on the show, and we talked about that. John, for somebody that's only played 1 year, the emotions, your senior year playing on the team, and also the same thing. This is your last night, looking up in the stands, seeing the crowd. I don't know if mom and dad comes, grandparents, aunts and uncles, but talk a little bit about this Friday night.
Yeah, well, over just the span of 1 year, it's incredible what you can learn and what these guys have taught me, and the love you build up for these guys, your brothers, your family, the football team. And Friday night it's something that's gonna be super special for me, because it's probably gonna be the last time I get to play football and with these guys. And there's nothing more that I love than these guys right here. These are my best friends, and these are the people I spend every day with. And it's sad to know that this is gonna be almost the last time I play sports with them too.
Introduce yourself, young man.
My name is Christian Resendez. I play slot receiver, and just like these guys said, I grew up with every single one of these guys in a certain way. Whether it was one year playing football, or even if it was off the field. Like, I grew up with all these guys playing football when we were little guys, 7 years old. I remember playing. Me and Archie hasn't played with us but 2 years. We grew up together out of football. John, he moved here from Miami. Took him in, and it's just,
Oh, well, that was nice, wasn't
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
We took John in.
Yeah.
We found him, like, where were you at?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
and, it's just really special. Like, looking up at the crowd tomorrow, just thinking, from being like, just remember being a freshman and looking up like, God, I'm sitting on the sideline. I'm not even going in. Everybody's here still watching, and then being a senior, playing on the field and looking up and still thinking everybody's watching, and just remembering, first time you look up in the crowd your freshman year to the last time you look up in the crowd senior year, it's just a crazy transition. It really is.
Introduce yourself, young man.
My name is Dylan Frank, and I played defensive back, safety. And I played with the Rebels 4 years. And I played with these guys, like they said, for a lot longer than that. But just when we got into high school, it became more than just football. It became about family, brotherhood, and you learn a lot more outside of football. And these are the best friends I have. And this Friday, the other day it struck me that this could be my last Friday. And I don't want that. So this Friday, as I look up in the stands, it is going to be special, but that's also, we got to focus on winning this game, because I'm not done yet. I don't want it to end yet. I want to keep playing. I want to go to that playoff game. Like Coach Pavo said, this is a play-in game, and we need to win it, because I'm not done playing with these boys.
Now, if you notice out there, Dylan's been on the show 3 or 4 times. Okay, Dylan got it down pat. Did you write that before you came over? Were you over there eating pizza, like studying that?
No, sir.
Because you can roll it off. You
No,
know what? Let me just say something to you while I have you here. When you can say what you just said, and you don't have a teleprompter and you don't have a speech in front of you, that came from the heart. And I really enjoy what you say, Dylan. And it's a play-in game, and you got to practice next week. That's my feeling.
Yes, sir.
I think I know who you are, but go ahead and tell people.
I'm Jack Roper, and I play. I used to play DB, and I transformed to middle linebacker this year with the help of Coach Pavo. And I play a little bit of running back as well.
Hey, you need to settle down over here. I mean, this is a live wire over here. Come on. I'm joking, man. I'm having too much fun. Go ahead, Jack.
I just thank God that I was put in the position that I've been put in to play for Fanning County High School, and I'll thank him until the day I die that I had the group of people and the group of coaches that I had with me. And then I'm just going to try to savor every bit of the Friday night that I can savor and play my heart out.
Jack, let me ask you a question. You brought up a couple things there. You've played all 4 years, right?
I had some injuries,
But you've been on the team all 4 years. And you had to adjust over to middle linebacker this year, and you had to move in because you guys had a situation that took place. We have another senior here. What's the young man's name?
Jared
Pettit, right? We have another senior who's not able to be here tonight. Had surgery, right? He just had surgery, and you guys had no choice. There's times when you're playing sports, there's no choice. You have to come together, regroup, readjust, and move on. Talk about having to do that this year, moving in. Why I have you here at that middle linebacker position, filling that spot, and also that defense coming together.
Well, I mean, I was playing for Jared at that point. Whenever I moved into middle linebacker, I knew who I was playing for and what I had, the shoes I had to fill, and I knew it was an important part of our defense. We lost our rock and our backbone of our defense, and I knew I had to step in and take over and freaking stick my nose in there and play the ball like he did, and try to at least, and play like half the man he was. So I knew it was an important position and an important job, and I tried my best to do that.
I think if Jarrett was able to be on the show with us here tonight, he would look at all of you and say, "You guys did an awesome job," and he'd be very proud of he's very proud of what you guys have done. Introduce yourself, young man.
I'm Dominic Lieben. I'm a safety for Fannin County, and
I've done told you once. You understand?
Makes me laugh.
Are they why
and Friday night football, it's something else. It's a feeling that I don't think I'll ever have again. It's for people that don't play, they'll never understand it, but it's awesome. And the people I play with, they're not just friends, they're my family. I wouldn't give them up for anybody. And these 4 years that I've played, it's been the best experience of my life. I love it, and I wouldn't trade a single day of it.
Introduce yourself.
My name's Adam Ingram, and I'm a starting wide receiver, or one of the wide receivers. And I grew up around these guys or whatever, playing football, or not football, just any other sport, but mostly football. But anyway, Friday night, this is my first year playing, and I think it's like the best experience to be out there on the football field, better than basketball experience, because being out there with all the football and all the fans being out there, it's a different world, and I just love the experience of it. And when I look up there in the stands Friday night, knowing that it's going to be my last game, and I think it's just going to be an emotional time out there for everyone.
Introduce yourself, young man.
I'm Daniel Kinzer, and I play nose. And I hate to go last because everybody's already said a lot what there is to say, but I thank the Lord for just allowing me to play a game, such a blessing to be around my brothers, and to give my talent and everything I have for them. Just play my heart out every Friday night. I try to play every game like it's my last one, because you never know when it's going to be your last one. Like Teddy, I mean, it can end any moment, and I just thank the Lord for giving me a healthy season and a healthy career, and I just want to give back to Him.
You know what? You say you hate to be the last one, but I like ending on that note, and I thank you for your comments. These are the seniors here tonight, and this is our senior night here for Rebel Wrap-Up, and we always try to highlight our seniors every year, and I have enjoyed this. As you can see, we have a whole lot of fun. But I want to say I'm BKP, your host, and you're watching Rebel Wrap-Up. Team FYN Sports is dedicated to promoting and highlighting young athletes always in a positive way. This is a good group. You settle down over there. How do you teachers do it? Coach, you got questions answered in the next segment. Coach, I'm not even going to show you what Coach is doing. But, hey, listen, before we go to break, we come back, we're going to talk football. We're going to talk Friday night. We're actually going to get Coach somewhere in here. Somebody's got to make some room. We're going to get Coach in here in the next segment. We're going to talk about Friday night's game, some strategy, what you're looking at, and some of the makeup that has to, some of the configuration of getting into the playoffs. Now, you guys, we tossing him off the show. You got a yellow flag. Anybody got a penalty flag that I could throw? You guys are playing great football, and I can't say enough about how much I've enjoyed having each and every one of you on the show and being around you guys. especially tonight. Here, just a barrel of monkeys out here. Okay, Rebel wrap up Circuit World, and we want to thank Pizza Hut for providing pizza, Pepsi for providing drinks. We'll try to get them under control and talk some serious football when we come back, because the Fannin Rebels are going to be hosting Franklin Friday night at 7:30. You don't want to miss being out there, filling the stands to watch these guys play. They're a great group of guys. We'll be back right after.
I'm Sheriff Dane Kirby, and I'll stand up for you.
I'm Stacy Nicholson, Sheriff of Gilmer County, and I will stand up for you.
Stand up and speak out. No matter how rich, cool, talented you believe yourself to be, how you treat people ultimately tells all. I am Allison Sosby, District Attorney, and I'll stand up for you.
J Tire Company since 1955. With a huge range of tires at the lowest price and fast, hassle-free service, J Tire is all you need every time. J Tire carries only the top brands in the industry: Cooper, Michelin, Mickey Thompson, Pirelli, and Yokohama. Stop in and let AES certified mechanics change your oil today. Life doesn't slow down for car maintenance, and J Tire won't either. If your car is tired of its tires, go to J Tire.
What you gonna do with all that junk?
New Schottenkirk Ford in Jasper. Highway 515 South, Jasper. SchottenkirkFordJasper.com.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds. Come on in to view the area's largest selection of fine jewelry at North Georgia Diamond. All repairs and designs are done on site by our jewelers. And North Georgia Diamond has the lowest prices on loose diamonds. You can also sell your gold, silver, and coins at North Georgia Diamond between Walmart and Lowe's in East Ellijay. Locally owned by Bill and Allison Craig, North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
Let it ride during the Lucky 7 sales event at Lifetime Kia. Come try your luck in the Money Machine. Yes, come take a test drive and you get a chance to grab for cash in the Money Machine. Plus, shop big-time savings on every vehicle in stock. And remember, Kias come with a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. And Lifetime Kia will extend that warranty for as long as you own it. Come try your luck in the Money Machine and experience the savings at Lifetime Kia.
El Rey in Ellijay.
El Rey Mexican Restaurant.
Family owned and operated, and a local favorite for families, parties, and meetings.
Great prices.
Friendly service and delicious Mexican cuisine.
Patio dining available.
Come sing in Carlos's Cantina every Friday 9 to 1.
Eat in or take away.
Same location for 14 years. Open 7 days at the corner of Maddox Drive and 515. North Georgia's favorite Mexican cuisine. El Rey in Ellijay.
Hi, I'm Rhonda the Mattress Lady, and this is my husband Gary, owners of Mattress Overstocked in Ellijay next to Walmart.
And we want to earn your business. From the time you walk in our door to the time we deliver your new mattress to your door, you will see the difference. Our selection and prices are the best in North Georgia, and customer service is our top priority. So y'all come on in and let us help you find the right mattress at the right price. That's Mattress Overstocked in Ellijay next to Walmart.
Only one thing beats a day's price on a new Chevy. It's our pre-owned price. Now at the Days Chevy Jasper Pre-Owned Super Center. Save thousands off original MSRP on the best selection of pre-owned vehicles in the North Georgia mountains. Cars, trucks, SUVs, even luxury vehicles. Many with factory warranty. And all thousands below new car prices. We can even help rebuild your credit. Save thousands today at the Days Chevy Jasper Pre-Owned Super Center. The North Georgia mountains big volume, low price leader.
Better days ahead. Days Chevrolet.
Find new roads.
We'll take it.
All right, ready?
Ready. Hey, we're back, and you're watching Rebel Wrap Up. We're here at Circuit World in Blue Ridge. We want to thank Pizza Hut for providing the pizzas tonight for our seniors, the Fan and Rebel seniors. We want to thank Pizza Hut and Pepsi for providing the drinks. We have Head Coach Jim Pavo on the couch with us here from the Fan and Rebels. We're talking 7-3A region football. Now, the final game of the regular season will be against Franklin for the Rebels this Friday night at home, 7:30, so come out, support the team. Let me give you a couple stats from last week's game and a little scenario that has to take place for playoffs. The next game is at home versus Franklin Lions. They're 3-2 in the region, 5-4 on the year. Fannin is still in the hunt for the third or fourth place, pending the outcome of this game. We'll talk to Coach about that Friday night. Fannin is coming off a loss 50-36 to East Hall. Some of the stats in that game: Dakota Archie, 3 catches for 10 yards, 21 rushes for 109 yards and 1 TD. Cooper Earl, 6 catches for 85 yards and 1 TD, 1 rush for 7 yards. Adam Ingram, 4 catches for 22 yards. Jacob Reese, 4 catches for 99 yards, 1 TD. Jack Roper, 6 rushes for 19 yards and 2 TDs. Brad Davis was 17 for 25 for 216 yards, 2 TDs, 1 interception, and 3 rushes for 11 yards. On the defensive side of the ball, Andrew Pavo had 8 tackles, 5 assists, 1 tackle for a loss. Logan Ledford, 5 tackles, 1 assist. And Jack Roper here, 18 tackles, 3 assists, 2 tackles for a loss. And Dylan Frank had 7 tackles. That's just some of the highlight stats of the night by several of the Rebels. Coach Pavo, Friday night, we've talked to these guys in the first segment. Let me just say, I was with you guys all last year. We did this every Wednesday night, seeing a lot of these guys. And last year, they were seeing this program that you brought and put in place for the first time. And throughout the year, I heard a lot of them talk about they played well, but they were still feeling their way through some things. These guys are playing good football. I know what stats say. I know what the standings say. But talk about how proud you are 2 years with these guys in the program. Talk about the seniors first.
Yeah, well, I mean, they've bought in for 2 years, and we've asked them to do a lot of things as far as off-season workouts and summer workouts and spring practice and summer practices and all the different things you ask a player to commit to if they want to be good. And there's no guarantees there either. When just because you commit to it doesn't mean it's all going to be fall into place. So they kind of went on some faith, and we've had some improvement. The first year, increasing doubling the amount of wins they had the year before. This year we've kind of closed the gap on some teams that beat us by a lot of points and beat a team that we didn't beat last year. And we're still in, like I said, we're in that hunt for a playoff spot, and that's what we talked about. Our goals was, we have a goal of late in the season being, games meaning something. And this game means a lot because we win this one, get in the playoffs. It'll be the first time these seniors get to play in a playoff game, and obviously that means means a lot to them and to this football program.
Well, let me ask you a question. Give our fans at home that are watching the actual scenario Friday night of how things could play out.
We've got to win.
You have to win.
There's no ifs, ands, buts about that. We've got to win. Then from there, obviously that put Franklin and us tied at 3-3. And then what happens? Whatever happens with West Hall, if they win, then they be a 3-3, so it'd be a 3-way tie. Banks, if they win, it could be a 4-way tie. If Banks and West Hall lose, or one of them loses, it's just too many scenarios. So the biggest thing I told our guys is, I'm going to coach football. They need to play football, and we'll let Dr. Ramsey worry about the tiebreakers.
Okay.
And, so that's really what we've been kind of doing. We haven't talked a whole lot about it. We talked a little bit on Monday and just kind of left it there and saying, hey, our main thing is, do your job, play football, and let the bean counters count the beans later when everything's shaken out. So, but there's a lot of different combinations, things that could be happening.
Last thing you want to say, that's why I'm over here asking the questions and you're doing the coaching, and then you say later, why does he ask me questions like this? Last thing you want to say is, we almost beat this team. But in reality of developing a team, you did play Franklin well last year. You did. You went over there. I don't know what it's worth, but Franklin, I mean, you guys would have you have to leave on Thursday night to play them. I make the joke, but you had to leave early. You leave early,
Yes.
right, midday,
Yeah, it's a
because
two and a half, 2:45 drive.
Yeah, it's over 2 hours, and it is a strain sitting on a school bus and then coming out, getting ready to play. How big is that, or is that a better factor? Do you feel better that the tables are turned? You get to be home all day Friday.
Yeah, my attitude is, and I try to get to our kids, when we're at home, it's to our advantage.
Absolutely.
You know, and when we're on the road, I feel it's to our advantage. I mean, you just got to kind of take what cards you're dealt and play the best with them, kind of like So I look at it at home. You always want to play at home when you can, but when you're not, you better be ready to play on the road. And you've got to look at that as, hey, that's, we prepare properly, get on the bus and focus and drive over there and get ready to play. That, and you try not to put obstacles. You try to erase those obstacles. And playing at home obviously is a big plus, because now they got to get on the bus 2.5 hours, and we don't. So that's always a big positive. But on the other hand, when we are on the road, we win this game and get into playoffs, we're going to go on the road. Well, that's to our advantage. Because that gives us more time to focus and get on the bus and get focused.
What are you seeing with them Friday night? And the reason I ask, like I said, on any given night, the scenario changes. So a lot of this could be irrelevant, but you guys beat Dawson, but Dawson beat Franklin, right?
Right.
So you're going to play Franklin. Can we team up on him? Because 7 or 8 of us, take him out. What's wrong with you?
Probably take 7 or 8.
That's why I asked if we could team up on him. How? Huh?
Dang it.
Sorry, folks. You're all right, man. So the scenario, obviously, for a lot, it's not worth a lot other than I'm looking at you beat Dawson. Dawson beat Franklin. Franklin's coming here. How does all that play in, or have you seen enough from those teams?
Well, I mean, Franklin is a really good football team. They've got probably the best offensive line that we have seen to this point, and they're really skilled. They got really, quick quarterback, throws the ball decent, but he's going to be a handful as far as running the football. And they've got, their running back position. They've got good skilled athletes at running back position. Defensively, they're real physical, real tough. I mean, they're a good football team, and so we're going to have to play our A game to beat them. And I've got confidence our guys will. I mean, I think they've shown in some games this year. We brought our A game. We pretty much beat anybody we want to. We've got to play. We got to play our A game. I'm saying you play, mistake free totally, but you just limit, minimize mental errors. You minimize physical errors, and you just bring, you bring your A game, and we can beat anybody. I mean, Dawson ends up they're winning this region championship. We beat the region champion.
Right.
That's the way I look at it. So we can beat anybody in this region because they beat everybody in this region. But on the other hand, this is a tough region, and you better be ready to play because anybody in this region can beat you, from week to week. So, it's going to be a great game. We're looking forward to it. We're great. We're excited. We're in that position to where this game really means a lot, and these guys get to play their last home game because when we make the playoffs, it's either going to be a 3rd or 4th seed, so we'll have to go on the road. So this is the last time they'll play on that field. We talked about that, and I know they're going to play their guts out, and I know the underclassmen are going to play their guts out for them because these guys right here mean a lot to our juniors and seniors because they are pretty tight, but they're really tight with a lot of the underclassmen too, and that means a lot, kind of that developing that brotherhood to where we're kind of got each other's back and take care of each other and understanding that as a junior, as a sophomore, if I'm have the opportunity to start or play a lot or play on special teams, now I've got to do my part, to keep their career going, to buy them one more game at least. That's the way I look at it. And so I really, I'm excited about the opportunity. We're playing a good football team, and that's what you want. Like I said, this is a play-in game for us. And if you want to be a playoff team, you've got to, it's do or die. I mean, you get into playoffs, it's do or die. It don't matter how much you win by, just win.
Dylan and Jack, I want you to comment on this because Coach just said I heard in his talking about Franklin and looking at them, he said that this will probably be the best offensive line you've seen all year. What are you looking at, Dylan, and then you, Jack? Have you looked at them, and what do you think about what Coach said here?
Yes, sir. They do have a good offensive line, and it's especially important this week because they pull their guards a lot. So I'm going to have to deal with those big guys a little bit also, not just Jack and at middle linebacker. So I got to just stay low and use my athleticism. I can't just run up there and hit them. They're bigger than me. Got a guy like Tyler Jones coming. I'm not physically, I can't compare, but I got to use my athleticism, my speed, and just get around them a little bit, make them work for their block.
Jack, same thing. Coach says you're going to be looking at probably the best offensive line you've seen all year.
I agree. Just try to be a step ahead of where they are at. I mean, I want to know their plays just as well as they know theirs. When they're moving to a play, I want to be a step ahead of where most teams would be playing on. I mean, I think that's what's going to make a difference is not just being mentally ready, but also outrunning them too. We can just, if we're there, I mean, it don't matter if they can block us if we're already on top of them when they get the ball. So that's the way I think about it right now. So just try to have that extra step on them.
Coach, the Friday night. First of all, I want to say something. When you brought up underclassmen, a lot of the guys, and I think about Brad Davis and several of the other guys that have been here. I see a lot of leadership. You guys have done a very good job with preparing them to be leaders, and I see a lot of leadership because all these guys are stepping up to the plate and picking up the underclassmen as leaders. Talk about Friday night. What kind of game you have to play? You touched on that, but that second half football and not playing one of those shootouts, 50-point kind of games. Talk about that.
Yeah, well, I mean, again, it's a play-in game, and I've always felt when you're in the playoffs, you just got to figure out a way to win. You're always playing good teams, and this is a good football team, and you just gotta play hard. You got to play smart. You got to play well on special teams. Try and come up with a big play or two on special teams. Minimize their big plays on special teams. And yeah, you don't want to get into a shootout, but at the same time, if whether you win, 50-48 or 7-6, just figure out a way to win. Offensively, it might take a drive at the end to win, or defensively, and that could be either way. When it's a high-scoring game, either offensive or defensive, you got to come up with a big play. Or if it's a low-scoring game, somebody's still got to come up with a big play late in the game. Whether it's offense drive down, kick a field goal to win, or score a touchdown and win, or defensively get a stop. So it's you're playing 4 quarters, and you're playing whatever the cards that are dealt are fine. But just main thing is you've got to keep your head in the game, and you can't get you can't panic. And that's the big thing I try to talk to these guys about. You don't panic whatever's happening, whether you're playing great on your side of the ball or poorly. Just figure out a way to win, and it may just take that 1 or 2 plays to win, to pull a game out. Like, we've done it. We did it against Dawson. We came up with those 1 or 2 plays at certain times later in the game, offensively and defensively, to pull that thing out. And, because, they actually had football driving down late in the game to bring it within 7, and we got a pick. And that's one of those big plays that, you're looking forward to. And then offensively, we drove down and burned a lot of clock and got another stop or 2 on defense. So, you're always just looking for that 1 or 2 plays at key points and keeping your head in it, not panicking, and just keep playing football and having confidence that either you or, one of your teammates is going to make the play to pull it out for you.
Guys, I like so many things. Coach, we don't have time tonight, but Coach throughout the last year and this year has actually provided me so many of my questions of some of the ways he looks at things. And I often now ask each player, and we don't have time tonight, what you could do better this week. And I know Coach challenges you that all the time. What can you individually do better? But you know what? I would never say anything that changes or anything your coach tells you in any way whatsoever. But from me to you guys, Friday night, every time you look at each other, say, we're in this game. I don't care what the other team does. The minute it's over, we're in this game. We're in this game, guys. We're in this game. Like I said, I'm not getting in the way, but that's what I feel, man. I don't care. We're in this game. You guys can win football games. You play good football. You're a good football team. I'm very proud of you. Team FYN Sports is very proud of you, and we enjoy having you here every Wednesday night. We know this is the last Wednesday night. We'll get you here on the couch. We're going to have some juniors back next year. They're going to be seniors. We're going to have somebody horses around like this guy over here that can't keep it together for 30 minutes. We're going to have somebody over here that's making faces that keeps this guy laughing. But I have not had this much fun in a long time. I've enjoyed you. I enjoyed what you said, young man. It's a blessing to me. You know what? You guys are good for me. I love Friday Night Lights. I love being on the sideline of a football field, and I'm going to do it till they carry me off, and I'm going to get an opportunity to talk to you guys. And I don't know what I'm going to do with you, but something's going to happen, okay? But you know what? I see guys and something happens or, fumble or muff play and, no, we're in this game. That's what you got to tell each other all the way to the end. We're in this game. We're in it to win it. And hey, it's time to practice next week. Maybe I shouldn't say that. Maybe I shouldn't say stuff like that, but we got practice next week too. I am BKP, your host. As you can see, I don't know if there's a such thing as enjoying this too much, but nothing better. I enjoy coming and getting an opportunity to be with these young men and be with Coach. I just enjoy. I could stay here for another hour and talk to these guys. We're here at Circuit World in Blue Ridge. Don't forget, if you've never made a purchase at Circuit World, come on in. Fetch Your News sent you. Get 10% off that first purchase, okay, at Circuit World Blue Ridge here. And thank you to Pizza Hut for providing all year long pizza to the players and coach, Pepsi for the drinks. Don't forget, thank you, head coach Jim Pavo, for always coming every Wednesday night. All of these guys here for being our guests. Don't forget, Friday night, these seniors are on the field. It's a playing game. Game has a lot on the line. Fill the stands at 7:30. Be over here and support the Rebels Friday night. We're out. Don't forget, Team FYN Sports. Follow us on Twitter at Fetch Your News. Hashtag Team FYN Sports. Hashtag Fantasy Football. And David will keep you up on scores and highlights if you can't be there. Follow us on Twitter. Team FYN Sports. Always promoting and highlighting young athletes in a positive way. We're out.